Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Tea Time. Glad you're here this afternoon. Our Tea Time community, welcome. So glad to be here with all of you. I'm just excited about this tea time, and this is our tea time where we're taking a moment to pause, reset, and build resilience. If this is your first time on Tea Time, please make sure to grab your journals. Please like and share. And good afternoon, Monique, and like and share. And just come on and join us. Go ahead and make a call to somebody that may be available. Maybe they're on their lunch and tell them to join in for tea time, where we're a community where we pause, reset, and build resilience. So just want to thank you all so much for being here this afternoon. Excited about our tea time again. Welcome, tea time community. Go ahead and I hope that you have your drink of choice, your tea, or if you have your coffee or your water. And as you're coming on, just go ahead and share with us what tea or coffee is your choice of the day. If you have tea or coffee, you may even be having water. So go ahead and just share with us what you're having today. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get right into our tea time this afternoon. Again, welcome. Please remember to like and share. So, speaking of tea, we're going to go ahead and go with our tea of the tea of the day. All right, the tea of the week. Our tea of the week here is at the Renewal Center. It's matcha green tea. All right, and this particular tea, right? It is finely ground powder of specially grown processed green tea leaves. It's traditionally consumed in East Asia, and the green tea plants used for matcha are shade grown. So these are grown in the shade for 3 to 4 weeks before harvest. And so this is a great background on this particular green tea, matcha green tea. And tell us what your tea of choice is today. My tea of choice I want to share with you all is I'm having lemon ginger with makua honey. And you can taste the honey. It's so rich and it's really good. So I really kind of like this tea. This is my first time trying this. So this is a great tea. Go ahead and tell us what you're having this afternoon. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and let you chime in. Please remember to like and share this broadcast this afternoon so that others can go ahead and chime in. And we're going to be sharing some Renewal Center practices this month. Speaking of awarenesses, this month is Mental Health Awareness Month, okay? And so join the Renewal Center in the month of May as we celebrate and observe Mental Health Awareness Month. And you know that the Renewal Center are all about mental health awareness and having good mental health and being in a good mental health state. So we just want to have you join us in looking into the mental health awareness for this month. All right, so I'm waiting on some people to engage and chime in. Let me know what tea you're having this afternoon or if you're having coffee. Okay, black tea with lemon. All right, thank you so much, Monique, for that. The black tea with lemon. Thank you so much. All right. And what is your tea of choice? And even if you don't have tea, you might have coffee again. You may have water, right? So before we go into locating ourselves, I just want you to go ahead and take the opportunity to make sure that you have your tea time journal, okay? And this is something that you set aside where you can go ahead and every week kind of keep up to what we're doing every week and the things that we share with our renewal practices. So go ahead and grab your journals. You can still invite a friend, it's not too late. And as we're going into that, we're going to tell you a little bit about locate yourself if you're new to tea time. And so with locate yourself, as we know that our tea time, we take a moment to pause, reset, and build resilience. Greetings, afternoon, Michelle. So, this is what we're doing. We're pausing right now to kind of center ourselves, to take a moment to just kind of breathe. You know, we've been waking up, kind of just going at it. This is our moment to pause. This is what we say when we're saying locate ourselves. Where are you? So, we're going to take this time right now to go into our locate ourselves activity that we do here at the Renewal Center and tea time. And so we're just going to take a moment. We're not going to rush. Just allow yourself to just center, kind of sit your shoulders up, relax, and kind of just break past those thoughts and begin to focus on your breathing and just take a moment. We're going to go into our locate ourselves for about a minute or two. All right, so in, deep breath in and then out, and then we'll just keep going forward. just a few more moments. Isn't that great? We have an opportunity to really embrace taking the time to take a pause to locate ourselves, and that's very important. And so we're going to move forward. We're going to bring on our team and our executive director, Patrick J. Brown, and going to bring him on.
Hey, good afternoon, Hope. How are you? Hey, Carmela. It's good to be on. Thanks for having me on today. I wanted to just encourage everyone as you're preparing for tea time today, as we are honoring Mental Health Awareness Month. I wanted to encourage you to take some time to really think through how you can defend and develop and safeguard your mental health, how important it is for you to protect it. Just a few habits that can help you build coping skills, things such as exercise, a balanced nutritional meal, quality sleep. For those of you that are night owls, ensure that you take care of yourself by getting quality sleep, times of relaxation, even something as simple as having a growth mindset or setting goals helps you safeguard your mental health. And then also social support connections. What type of social support do you need in order for you to be really to protect and safeguard your mental health? Something else is also seeking help. There are various professional resources that are out there, from counselors to therapists to chaplains, behavioral health consultants, psychologists, psychotherapists. There are just different ways, pastors and shepherds, just to help you seek help, or even your social connections with your friends. And then also to optimize. So we're going to safeguard and protect, seek help, but also optimize your health, your mental health. Just different strategies and practices. We call them renewal practices here at the Renewal Center during tea time to help improve your quality of life. It could be times of meditating, times of calm, journaling, creative expressions, and challenging any negative thinking, but also finding meaning in everything that you do. Try to find meaning. These are just a few tips I think that are important to help you safeguard your mental health and also promote support systems with your health concerns. One of the things here at the Renewal Center that we have what we call our grief recovery, or our GPS. And so, matter of fact, Hope is actually one of our grief recovery specialists. And that's one of the areas that we really want to thrive in and help others in terms of support systems here at the Renewal Center. So if you have any needs regarding grief recovery, we do have individual grief sessions. We also have, we will be planning for what we call our GPS group sessions, which is grief, pain, and stress, where we provide specific tools in navigating grief, pain, and stress in a group setting, support, emotional support. So for more information, please go to our website, www.therenewalcenters.com. And also you can call our team, 704-783-9463, or just come by the Renewal Center here, 159 Church Street Northeast. Actually, this very setting here at the Renewal Center is an excellent space for social support and mental health. We've got a thought room where you can just go in here and read and just reflect. We've got our voice room, our action room for planning and goal setting. And right outside here, there's a porch for you people watchers. Go out there with your coffee, with your tea, with your juice, with your water. But we just wanted to encourage you during Mental Health Awareness. Really safeguard your mental health, protect it, seek help if you need, and optimize it. So I just wanted to share that as we started our renewal practice today. So I'll just pass it over to you, Mel. Thanks.
Good afternoon, everybody. And so excited that everybody is here at Tea Time Tuesday. Thank you, Hope, for taking us into locating ourselves, because now my shoulders are relaxed. I was behind the scenes just relaxing my shoulders. And I hope that you all are relaxed out there. Thank you, Patrick, for segueing us into Mental Health Awareness Month. And, it's so important, like Hope and Patrick has said, that we take care of our mental health. And we have awareness about different things that we can do to help us along the way with mental health. So we're excited about what we're going to do today. And I'm going to tell you once again to invite a friend and go get your journals, because we're going to kind of recalibrate again back to something that I did a couple of springs ago, and it's called a clean sweep. Now, how many of you have done your spring cleaning already? Raise your hands. Well, I can't see those of you out there, but give me some hearts. Have you cleaned out your garage, or you done some stuff around the house, do some major dusting, some major clean? I've done it. I have already begun my spring cleaning. I have been doing some deep cleaning, just getting those cracks and crevices with my big duster. And just, it just looks so different when you take the time to just do a clean sweep. Some of us have already done the deep freezer and the refrigerators. We've done all of that kind of stuff. But, it's not just a clean sweep of the deep things. It's sometimes just the ordinary things that we have around us that we need to just kind of have a clean sweep about. And I'm talking about cleaning the internal and the external environment and invite positivity into our day. So how many of y'all can agree with that? We can use a little bit more joy. I want to go back and just acknowledge some of the comments that came in. Thank you, Michelle, for the lemon zinger tea. And we see Nicole is chiming in with us. And let's see, Michelle is saying current situation. Okay, so you're doing a clean sweep right now, Michelle? Okay. Well, I want to start us off today with really talking about 5 things that I believe that we can do. Now, most of us are sitting at our desks, now virtually. Some of us are kind of hybrid, and those of us that are going in and out of the office, engaging every day, commuting, going home, in the traffic, rush hour, running to the grocery store, running errands, trying to get things done. And like we do here on Tea Time Tuesday, we stop, pause, reset ourselves, and build resilience. So what I want to talk about today is to help us reset, and a little bit of pausing in there too, to help us find some ways that we can incorporate joy. I'm going to put that slide up a little bit. How many of you feel that you can use a little bit more joy in your day? I know that I can. But, sometimes we tend to kind of steer off course. And with the course of the day, sometimes we're not as enthusiastic as we normally are. So I want to also show some things that some comments are coming in. Hello, Charlissa. It's good to see you. And yes, indeed. Absolutely. We all can use some joy in our day. I know that I can. I'd like to share a few tips today to kind of help us move forward with just bringing some more joy into our day. So I want to ask each and every one of you, we always engage our Tea Time community. What is your interpretation of joy? Because we all have a little interpretation of joy, something a little different. And Hope and Patrick, feel free to chime in at any point during this time, during tea time. But what is your interpretation of joy? So I'm going to just take a minute, like we do at tea time, drink a little tea, and let's think of that. What does joy mean to you? So go ahead and fill up the chat, share with our community. Let's jumpstart this week with a clean sweep of joy. So what does joy mean to you? We ask that question quite often. What is joy? What is happiness? What is enthusiasm? All of these things. What is it that makes up a joyful moment for you? Go ahead and put that in the chat. Because joy is not something that I would like to say you can invoke joy, you can bring joy into your day. And sometimes tapping into joy may just be a few little things that can reignite that spark within you to have some motivation to do what you need to do throughout the day. So I don't see anything coming in the chat, you guys. What's your interpretation of joy? I'm just going to go ahead and say, we have 24 hours in a day. And out of that 24 hours, we're spending a lot of times putting out fires. We're spending a lot of times in conversations, in meetings. Sometimes we're focusing so much on details that, we know to stop and pause. But sometimes we're from meeting to meeting to meeting, and we're engaging a lot of dialogue that may zap us take our energy away, and those type of things that kind of veer us into a direction where it's not so positive. And we do need some joy there. I see a comment, a couple of them coming in. Let's see, what do we have? Michelle says, joy equals internal, ever-present posture of peace. I love that. Internal. That's great. Internal, ever-present. And then there's some key words in there. A posture, a position of peace. Thank you for sharing that, Michelle. That is amazing. I love that. And the shell, an inward feeling of abundance, of overall wellness within my soul. These are poignant. I love this. Thank you, Nichelle. Monique, joy to me is a grateful mindset. There's gratitude. Okay. When I think about the simple things in my life, it opens the door to gratitude. Absolutely. And we know that gratitude does open a door for us to be more positive throughout the day. It helps us because sometimes we may run into some things that make, like I said, zap our energy and shift our focus away from being positive, right? Well, let's take a minute, and I'm going to share something here with you all. Sometimes we need to incorporate a little bit more joy. So the first thing I want to share with you, we'll go ahead and let's see, hide that there. I want to share with you. Now, we've talked about this before. Stop and take time to smell the roses. Now, I know that we did Tea Time Tuesday about stopping and pausing to take time to smell the roses. You know, there are opportunities for us to stop and smell the roses every day. Sometimes if we just take a minute, we can look around in our office space. We can look around in our outside environment. We can look around and see things that we kind of overlook every day and have some form of appreciation about those things. And so I would like to share that there's different things that we can do, different easy, basic things that we can do. We can stop and take a time to just look around and incorporate joy through just the basic things. I want to show you a picture here. This is outside of my house on my porch. Now, I mean, I'm not the greatest gardener, you know, but I took some time to just get some seeds and plant some flowers. And it's just the moment of taking just the most basic and simple thing to produce something beautiful. What is it that you do? What is it that you can do even in your office today that you can begin doing? The simple things that you could look around and be appreciative to. Or maybe when you leave your office and you're on your way home. Okay. Let's think of some practices. Go ahead, Hope. I see you want to say something.
I just want to share that for me, being that I work from home, I have to be creative and innovative with the environment to bring joy. So for me, I have a plant. I've named the plant, and it's Dana. Okay. And so this particular plant, even right now, I'm always looking and gazing at it. It's in the window. And that plant has been with me since this big, and now it has other plants that have grown. So for me, having that plant in my office, looking at it, and then embracing that plant as well. And then I also have times where I engaged in music. For me, that changes my environment, that changes my mindset to a more positive mindset. And having that plant and gazing at that plant gives me joy as well. And I know it seems kind of simplistic, but for me, being able to look at this plant all the time, because I even imagine if the plant wasn't here, how I would feel, which would not be good, because I've carried this plant everywhere. And so just the opportunity, that's how I'm able to, engage my, have a good environment, especially at my desk, and taking those moments to engage in music. That and those things will bring internal peace and internal joy, even from the things that we think that would be simplistic in certain sorts, but it's not. It's very impactful. So for me, I love, and then you had on the slide you had up, it says, smell the flowers. And for me, that means literally taking time. I love to smell flowers and roses and different types of plants. Take time to smell the roses. All right. So for me is When I saw that, I meant literally smelling them, because when you smell them, it gives off that smell. And we know that smells can also affect our environment and our mood as well, as far as in our mental state as well. So having those particular things, smelling those things, even when I'm in a grocery store, just smelling and taking that time. So that's what's good for me when I'm in, since I work from home.
Thank you for sharing that, Hope, because as you were talking about, and you were talking about simplicity and those things, even though they're simple, they're the most basic things that we overlook, the 5 things that our senses, right? Touch, smell, hear, all of those things. It doesn't take much to hear the birds chirping in the morning, sitting and just relaxing, pausing, looking at the sunset, looking at the sunrise, looking at all of these things, not just for nature, but even the time that you listen to music, like you were saying. Thank you for sharing that. It's the simple, most basic things that we can do to bring wellness into our lives, to bring well-being. That's what Tea Time Tuesday is all about, bringing well-being. Thank you for sharing that. I love that. And you're talking about the plant. I'm thinking, what would my office be like if I didn't have any, real plants in there or anything to just gaze at? It's amazing at just looking at some of the most basic things make a big impact in our well-being and our mood for the day. I see some comments coming in. Let's see. Oh, we got a lot of good comments coming in. Monique is saying, I'm grateful for the sunlight shining through my office window. Natural light invokes a space of positive vibrancy in my office. That's right. One of the things that we take for granted is natural lighting. Although, we can talk about a lot of other things, but natural lighting increases our positivity and helps us in our productivity throughout the day. If you're able to get natural lighting or some ample good lighting, will bring a really good way of, I would say, seeing things brightly, seeing things clearly. You know what it's like when you're not in a space where it's a little dull. So just kind of brightening up the area. Thank you for that, sharing that, Monique. Nicole is saying, being brings me joy, just being. I like that. Rain or shine, there's always something beautiful to see that lifts my spirits. Nature heals. Absolutely. Rain or shine, we could find something in the rain. I mean, how many of you guys like when it finished raining outside and that smell, that freshness, everything's clear. And then even in the days of the shining of the sun, being able to look at all the things around us and appreciate that. Thank you, Nicole. That's wonderful. I love that. Nichelle is saying tea is one of my default methods. Me too. Music and stillness in a quiet place are my other default methods. And see, these are some great things that you all are sharing out there to help the other tea timers see that there are so many different things that we could do every day. Simple, basic things that we can do to bring forth some level of taking time to smell the roses. I like that. Nicole says outside. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so not only, am I sharing this particular tip or this renewal practice, taking time to smell the roses, well, why don't we look into our second one? Time to regroup and refresh. And sometimes with a clean sweep, like we talked about earlier, you're going throughout the house or you're getting rid of stuff or you're shredding things or you're, decluttering. Even mental regrouping and refreshing, making a new start makes a big difference. And with that being said, I want to share something that I really thought would be very helpful. And it stood out to me as I was thinking about this. I'm going to put this on here. Where are you in your process of a clean sweep? Now, I want you to think about internally and externally. So that means your internal environment, that internal mindset, or it could just be the surrounding that you're in. Are you in a rewind to unwind mode? So think about you rewinding. That means you're going to go back and are you going to rethink some things? How about refresh and update and renew some things? So sometimes we have to stop, pause, rewind some things. Okay, you might want to rewind a little bit and then unwind, get a fresh update. Maybe there's something new you want to do or you want to renew yourself. Or you can be in an unwind to rewind mode. You want to pause and relax right then and there and bring back the things that keep you motivated. I'm sometimes in that second mode where I'm rewinding to unwind, where I'm like, okay, let me go back and bring back some of the good things, some of the great things that work for me, and use those to help bring some joy. You guys chime in. Feel free to chime in out there, Tea Time community. How can you make a fresh start today? Are you going to be thinking about you're in a rewind to unwind mode? Excuse me. Maybe you might want to go back and rethink some things and then refresh and update some things. Or maybe you're in an unwind to rewind mode. Okay, I need to take a minute to just really relax here and bring back those things that keep me motivated. So, hi, Patrick, you can chime in at any time if you like. Hope, how do you feel about that?
Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt you. You were on the flow, so yeah, I want to give you space. But I wanted to go back to your original statement about stopping. I think also for me, when it comes to working remotely 7 years now, which has been a little bit of challenge, and to Hope's point about working remotely, things like that, I think it's important that we look at how we position our desks. So for those of you, perhaps, depending if you're not working from home, watch how you position your desk, because if you have one where people come in and out all the time, you may want to position your desk where you're not always looking at people as soon as they walk through your door, because of the energy they bring into your room. So maybe just think about how you kind of shift your energy. You might want to put a plant there or something that you can look at that can kind of stabilize you. I know in my home office, I used to have my bookshelf behind me and I was in front of me because I need to have access to them so I can scan and get what I need. Then to the right, I have some certificates that are important to me. And then when I look to the right, I'm always looking outside and I'm getting sun. And so, perhaps if you have an office where people are coming in and coming out, maybe think about how you can position your desk so that when people walk in, in the morning, they just hitting you with their stuff. So you can kind of relax, kind of calm yourself. So, and then also I have a diffuser in the office as well. So in the morning it's lemongrass. At the end of the day, it's lavender. So I kind of gotta smell some things to kind of get my whole flow going. So there's just a few things when you talk about stopping. Those are just a few things for me that perhaps maybe that I can just offer that as a possible practice.
I like that. I think we all can glean from that. The positioning of like you said, the positioning of your desk, it makes a big difference if you can face your window or the windows at the side where that natural lighting's coming in. And then, like you said, you want to be in a place where you're not just bombarded so quickly, if you can, if you are in a place where you can position it. But then also things on your desk. Maybe it's time to do a clean sweep of the things that's on your desk. Put some more positivity things there. Or maybe you might want to, like Patrick said, have your office in a place where it's conducive to peace and rest. I like the essential oils. I have that too. We have that in the Renewal Center, actually.
Yes, we do. Smelling good in here.
We have lavender today. But I mean, if you can, if that's something that you can do, but find some things that you believe that will be able to kind of help you bring clarity or bring focus. Because all of these things bring focus. What did you say, Patrick?
It's my candle as well.
Candles. I love that. These are great tips. So how does that work for you guys out there? Do you all do any of these things that Patrick and Hope has been talking about, or some of the things that we're talking about here on Tea Time today so far that helps you bring a place of stopping and regrouping? Because sometimes it only takes I'm going to throw this in. Sometimes a water fountain on your desk or around the area.
That's what I have.
Hope you have a water fountain.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that do for you, the water fountain?
It's small. It's about this big, and because I like to hear water, and water, it grounds me and gives me peace. So it gives me that peace. Even when I'm quiet and kind of working, I can hear that water. Yeah. And so I'm going to say something that it's helped me with. It's helped me with meetings that sometimes tend to be kind of stressful. So what happens is, sometimes honestly, we kind of chime out sometimes here and there.
Right.
And so what happens is my ear, I go to the water. And when I'm hearing the water, it brings the calm.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So this water fountain for anybody who's working from home or has a work office. I got mine off of Amazon. It's a small water fountain and it's a plug-in. You don't have to worry about batteries, and it has a little light and it just keeps going. And then just to
That's
add to what
wonderful.
Patrick said about having those smells,
Mm-hmm.
when you're able to smell, good things in your environment. So working from home, it gives you the opportunity to be creative. And so what I've done is I've made it feasible for myself and what brings me peace, in certain times of situations. So yeah. So I love having that waterfall.
I like that. Go ahead, Patrick.
Yeah, I wanted to say also, I think in previous tea times we've had, if you're scheduling meetings, and I've said this over and over and over again, don't do an hour meeting. Do 50 minutes, do 55. Just if you start at 10, don't do 10 to 11 where you got to do, or especially if you're working virtually.
Right.
Give yourself at least 10 to 5 minutes in between your sessions so that you can, and that's part of it, Carmela, what you said about rewind to unwind, or
Right.
unwind to rewind. You want to just unwind from the previous meeting. That's part of internal cleansing as well, because you give yourself space to pause between meetings. And I tell my team that a lot because that's all I am is virtual. So it's like, no, hold on a second. It's 10:50. We need to stop. And well, let's just keep going. We still got, no. We've made a practice and set a boundary so that people can have a chance to disconnect in between their sessions. So I just wanted to reiterate that as part of your unwind to rewind, pause, relax, bring back those things you said that keep us motivated. So.
Wow. Thank you, Patrick. I love that. And I love how we're chiming in, and Hope, thank you for sharing that about the fountain and how that works and how we can use it. I hope you guys out there are taking some tips down from us today concerning these, because these are basic things that we can do. And once again, as I was saying, you want to stop and regroup and refresh. And these are ways that we can internally and externally declutter and I would say eliminate a lot of the things that kind of distract us and get us refreshed. We got a lot of comments coming in. So Monique is saying, my anchor piece is a focal point for me. It represents something personal to me. So Monique has something motivational there, something that is of value that she sees that is going to capture her attention. And it's going to actually have her, I guess, cause her to be a little bit more tenacious about what she's doing. And bring that positivity, that element of positivity into the office space. I like that. Thank you, Monique. Patrick says art pieces. How many of you guys got art pieces or something that speaks to you personally? Like Hope said, you want to design something that's personally and tailor-made for you. That brings that spark, that I would say ingenuity, that peace within yourself throughout the day. That helps you become more positive and productive in what you're doing. Thank you for sharing that, Pat. And Monique, I've loved the sound of a fountain. Me too. Great idea to enhance your space. Yes. And then Nichelle says, I rewind to unwind each night before bed. Each night before bed. I recap my day, do a mental checks and balance. I like that. Checks and balance. That's important. And then I purge my mental checklist so that I don't have to choose cares on my mind as I rest. That is so profound. Rewind to unwind. Sometimes she needs to rewind, go, just kind of relax, kind of see what she is, and then go back and recapture those things that bring positivity into her life. Thank you, Nichelle. And then Michelle is saying, yes, Hope. I work from home as well. And sometimes I set up at my dining room table. I have a pond on the side and back of my house, and the water sprinkler is on. I open my door to hear the water. It's so peaceful. Yes, I love that water. Thank you for sharing that. And, as Hope was saying, sometimes that water fountain, even the lighting on the water fountain makes a big difference. It calms you down and it gives you a new, sometimes you need to just kind of pull away and then you come back with fresh eyes and you're rejuvenated for the day. Thank you all for sharing and chiming in today. I'm going to move on from I would say renewing ourselves. So how about taking time? Here's another way to bring joy into your day. Reflect. We talk a lot about that here at the Renewal Center. Celebrate and savor the things that speak positivity, vitality in life. So when we're talking about that, we're talking about what are the things that are happening that promote a celebratory moment. It could be in your personal life, your business, as a team. And sometimes we want to celebrate the moment. How about a high five? Hey, I like what you just said. You can offer some positivity in your group setting. Hey, that's a great idea. Thank you for sharing it. Or maybe someone got a promotion and maybe you might want to congratulate or whatever it may be. Or it could be something in your own life. You know, you don't want to miss or overlook the opportunities that you have to savor and celebrate. So maybe there's a milestone, maybe something. And here's something else. Maybe there is just that significant thing that just happened, or maybe something new that happened that you want to reflect and take the time to remember. Sometimes I think we coast through the celebratory moments and we focus on some of the other things. But I feel like if we could just ignite the times that we could take time to reflect on the things that we have achieved, I think that helps our mental awareness, right? It helps our mental awareness so that we have positivity in our day concerning the milestones that we have achieved. So let's move on from not only just reflecting and celebrating. I hope that you want to say something. Oh, okay.
I do.
Okay, Patrick, go right ahead.
Can you bring back up the last slide about reflect? That's one to we talked about. Yeah,
sorry about that.
Yeah, celebrate and savor the things that speak positive. One of the things that I am working on in my team, because we've been on this project for quite a while, is on Fridays we have a time where I had to talk about reframing our questions.
Yeah.
So in other words, instead of saying, what, because a lot of times in projects, folks, a lot of times it's about what's not working, what's wrong. Reframing your questions. How are you doing? Or, tell us one thing that went well this week. Tell us an accomplishment. So perhaps as a mode of reflection for those of you that are team leads as well, or even if you're individual contributor, at least take one day out of your week to say, tell everybody, we do a round robin and we discuss one accomplishment for the week. And sometimes it could be, I woke up and I was able to smile, or it could be because the energy in the room, the virtual space. So just as a way of reflection, perhaps for those of you that are team leads, or you got to lead a team, what Carmela is saying about celebrating and savor, that's a deliberate choice. It really is to do that. And it helps you end your week and then begin your week as well with that. Tell one thing about your week and that was positive or something like that. So you can begin it on Monday and end it on Friday. So we've adopted that as a practice because we're in like 3 nations and 6 different states. So because of that, I've had to kind of learn that in and things like that. So just wanted to share that as part of Reflect.
I like that. Thank you, Patrick. That even speaks to the power of words as we reflect. And like you were saying, as you were sharing positive words with others, even in an office setting, well, the power of positive words will enhance an environment that's positive and helps us to be more productive. Thank you for sharing that. I see a comment coming in, and that is, let's see, I have framed affirmations on my desk. Absolutely. And I'm an advocate for that, Carlissa. Yes. It's something about positive words in your environment. I know we talked earlier at another time, years past, when we talked about this, and it's more or less even someone put up a word wall in their office. They had a word wall, framed positive words that are around them, things that speak to them. So thank you for sharing that, because that makes a big difference. And I see a remark coming in. Yes, blessings to you all too. Thank you for chiming in, Pastor Ellison. Thank you for coming on with us today. This is great. And so Patrick is saying again, reframe your questions. That goes back to speaking positive words. You want to maybe reframe and rethink how you respond to certain things. I think that's a great way of us reflecting on the positivity in our office. And so let's move on quickly to eliminate. Wait a minute, let me go back one. I'm sorry. Record. Let's do that. Record. That means you want to record your memorable moments. Now, I'm going to make this really quick. Record, we talk a lot about that here at the Renewal Center when we talk about journaling. You want to record, you want to document the good things that has happened. That, because you can go back and look, and that can give you a positive moment when you start looking back at some positive things that you recorded that has happened. But not only that, how about photos, pictures of events, momentous occasions that capture great memories? Putting that at your desk, putting that in your environment. And sometimes, what is that thing that you put on your laptop? It's like I forget what you call it. On your screensaver. That's right, your screensaver. Maybe on your screensaver, you could put something that generated some type of moment or capture a moment that was positive that you want to glance at from time to time. For those of you that are just chiming in or just coming on to the broadcast, we're talking about 5 different ways that you can incorporate more joy into your day. And right now I'm talking about recording memorable moments. We're talking about using journaling or looking at different ways of putting this in front of you, maybe a photo or a picture, some things that you can put that capture a lot of the events that you have, that bring positive moments to your mind. And so I think that makes a big difference. I'm one of those people that keep a lot of notes and cards that people give me, and I put it on my desk as a reminder of something great. It helps you enhance your mindset to a positive one throughout the day. Michelle is coming with us, and she's saying time of reflection turns our experiences into insight, which gives way to reframing our questions, right? And Michelle is speaking once again to what Patrick was talking about, reframing the way that we speak to others or respond. If you could stop and pause and really think about, well, what can I say that could bring some positive light into this conversation? That brings joy and positivity into our day. Thank you for sharing that. And so the last one I want to talk about really quick about a queen sweep is eliminate. Sometimes we need to remove or dust away joy busters and mindsets that do not foster peace and growth. We've talked about that the last month when we talked about stress awareness, right? There's just some things that we are encountering throughout the workday or throughout the day in general. These things come against positive thoughts, and sometimes even in our own inner chatter, we want to eliminate some of those I would say those dust away, those joy busters, things that come to zap our our energy. Those are the things that that don't foster, peace or growth. And that could be in our mindset. Do you all agree with that? And if I could share something, maybe it could be a mindset that says I can't. And maybe we might want to incorporate I can. Something that's going to redirect what we're thinking. Or maybe you might be going through some things throughout the day. Say, I got to do all of this by myself. Well, maybe you might want to ask for help. That can incorporate more joy into your day because you're not trying to do it all by yourself. Or like I said, the negative chatter that goes on, we want to turn that around with some positive affirmations. These are some things that help us to become more resilient as well. So as we're thinking of these things, I want to just share this with you before we close out today. If you want to do a spring sweep, there's 5 ways you can incorporate more things in the day. We talked about these things. You want to stop and take time to smell the roses and regroup and refresh. Sometimes you want to make a fresh start, even in your mind or in your actual environment. Reflect, celebrate, and savor those things that are positive. And record. How about maybe pick some pictures around you or whatever you might need to do, or even journal. and eliminate those busters, those, I would say, those mindsets that do not foster growth. And so we always leave you with something to do here as a renewal practice. So what you can do, and I'll post this later, is take one of these things from one of these practices here. If you might want to be in an area of reflecting and you might want to change up some things, make a list of 25 things that cause you to smile or bring laughter. Because we know laughter is, I would say, laughter is an expression of joy within, right? And smiling helps us do that as well. So make a list of 25 things that you can do to bring laughter or smiling into your day. Or maybe you might want to stop and record. Write down 2 memorable moments that cause you to shift or pivot into a positive place, or what gives you inspiration or peace. That may be you. Or what about eliminating or regrouping? And so you can ask yourself, or you can journal, how are you going to incorporate joy into your day and get rid of those joy busters? And so basically that's what we want to do today. We want a clean sweep. Spring is here. And as we are physically cleaning and dusting in our areas around us, in our personal space, what about even in our internal space? What can we do to incorporate more joy? So Hope, Patrick, y'all want to share anything, or our tea timers share anything before we go into our announcements today?
For me, I just want to share. First of all, I want to just say that this has been a great tea time, and very good for mental health awareness. But really quick, I just want to say is to continue to make whatever environment conducive for you.
Right.
And that's the environment even of your thoughts, the garden of your mind. Okay, because your mind is like a garden. So what am I planting in my mind, and how is it effectively moving forward? So that's something that I do for myself, is I try to cultivate in whatever environment I'm in, to cultivate a positive affirmations, pictures, little things, simple things, and just taking time to document. So this has been a great reminder, and just again to cultivate positivity in what I'm putting in my mind, and allowing whatever is taking root into my mind, which will be an outward thing of whatever is rooting in my mind, that will be manifest in the natural. Okay, so for me, that's just keeping my mind and being aware of my thoughts, being aware of how I'm thinking, why I'm thinking, when I'm thinking. So that's something good, and that's my takeaway for the day. Even as I'm spring cleaning my mind and my thoughts, and kind of
Yes.
filtrating and getting rid of some old things, or getting rid of just some thoughts that may not be conducive for my growth and development. So I just wanted to share that.
Mm.
Thank you, Hope. Thank you for sharing that. Patrick, do you have any last minute takeaways?
Yeah, I was thinking about the word safeguard my sanity. And so what you're talking about today is about safeguarding for me. And I thank you for it, Carmela, because it's really important that we reiterate it. But I also am going to intentionally share joy with others. I think when we give it away, we share it, it returns back to us, just seed time and harvest. So perhaps safeguarding my sanity and sharing that joy with others. In my next meeting that I have later today, I'm going to share some joy deliberately, because I know it's going to be a little tense. So being deliberate. So thank you for this renewal practice today.
Thank you for sharing that, Patrick. And as we are going into our announcements and how you can support the Renewal Center, because we're so excited about what we're doing at the Renewal Center, please feel free to put in what your takeaways are, and we will make sure that we share that with all the rest of the tea timers. So as we go into our time of giving, or just our Giving Tuesday, like we always do here, I'm going to let Hope and Patrick take this away for our time of announcements.
Okay, well, we want to invite you all to join us again. This is our Giving Tuesday. We want you in join us in this time, or the season of giving, as we give together, for our Giving Tuesdays. We have this every Tuesday. This gives you an opportunity to be able to give to the Renewal Center. And then we have our Giving Initiative that actually starts today, May 9th. This is going to go to June 9th. And here are the ways that you can give, that you can connect to the Renewal Center as you see our tea time, as you see our grief recovery and all those things and other programs that we're in development of right now. We invite you to connect with us by giving. And so here is the information. We have our website, we have text, we have PayPal, Zelle, Cash App, Venmo, and even if you want to mail a check or money order, you may do so with the P.O. Box information that's listed here on our giving initiative. Please keep us in mind from May 9th to June 9th, which is a month of giving, all right? So this is going to be great. We want you to join in and partner with us in this spring giving initiative, right? Things are flourishing, things are moving, and so we invite you to partner with the Renewal Center in the spring giving initiative here. So we thank you all. And don't forget our giving on Tuesdays as well. We want to invite you to our reforming culture, okay? And we're almost at the end of our reforming culture. This has been a phenomenal class. And this has been on every first, second, and third Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. We have, I think, about 2 sessions left. I'm thinking 2 or 3, I'm not sure. 2, I think. We have 2 sessions left. So this has been a phenomenal time. And we'll have more information on our summer reforming culture prayer. We'll have that announcement out to you soon where you can join us for that as well during the summertime.
Thank you, Hope. And I appreciate you sharing that. And Patrick is going to come and share information on his upcoming podcast.
Oh, thank you so much, Camilla. Hello, everyone. Again, this Thursday, May 11th, 7:30 p.m., the Change Matters podcast, Conversations to Creative Spaces. We have a guest. My guest will be Pamela Shakir, who is a therapist who's going to be discussing creative strategies of a self-guided journal to help you kick depression in honor of Mental Health Awareness Month. So you don't want to miss that. I want to encourage you to invite those who may be dealing with anxiety, depression, or need more information and inspiration and insight in this subject. Please attend. So again, that's going to be on my YouTube channel. So look forward to seeing you Thursday, May 11th at 7:30 p.m. Thank you, Carmel.
Thank you. This has just been really good time today. I'm excited about everyone. We are excited from the Renewal Center, all of our Tea Time community, all of our friends out there that are chiming in today. We have some takeaways and a few things that they have shared. And so I'm going to go ahead and put that on the screen. And thank you once again for all of your comments. Nichelle is saying, good day, all. Heading to a meeting. I am Renewal. Hashtag take care of each other. And we thank her for coming on with us today. And as Patrick has said, thank you, Carmela, for Renewal practice and incorporating joy. Thank you, Patrick. I appreciate that. And Charlisa, I will add the waterfall as a tool to embrace peaceful moments. Thank you for a great session. Yes, we love the waterfall. Thank you, Charlisa. And Monique, thank you for sharing joy today. Absolutely. We enjoy sharing here at the Renewal Center like we always do here. We thank you for joining us once again for a time of pause and reset and building resilience as we move forward in the month of mental health awareness. Please feel free to utilize all of the renewal practices that we are bringing to you. We're so excited to, bring these practices to you. So, hey, this has just been really great. We're thankful for all that you all are doing to support the Renewal Center on Tea Time Tuesdays. And we look forward to you all coming back and joining us next Tuesday. So we're going to go ahead and sign off for now, unless you all, Hope or Patrick, if you all have anything else you'd like to share.
Yeah, I do have something to share before we get off really quick. We didn't have the actual information, the flyer, but we do want to tell you about the Brown Resources LLC. And this is Patrick Brown's The Change Experience Virtual Masterclass. You can find this information on his social media page. So if you go to his Patrick Brown Facebook page, you can find it there real quick. And then there's the link for you to register. This is going to be phenomenal. It's been marked down from $99 to $25. I am registered. Why? Because I know that I'm going to get tools I need that will enhance me in growth and development. So we want to invite you to this time. He's had one before. It was phenomenal. And this one is going to be the agile leader and building communication. And we definitely
Yes.
need it. So you can go to Patrick Brown's Facebook page and it'll lead you to the link to register for the actual master class.
Oh,
This
thanks
is
for sharing
wonderful.
that.
Okay. Hey, we got some responses coming in. Michelle says, I am registered. Thank you, Michelle. I'm sure that I know you won't be disappointed. And Monique is saying the first master class was awesome. So we got great feedback for Patrick's his master class. So like Hope says, you want to hurry up and register for that. Go to our Facebook page, go to his page, sign up today. You don't want to miss it. So we're so excited. And thank you, Hope, for sharing that. I'm sorry I forgot the slides, everybody, but
Oh,
you
okay.
can go out there and find it. You can find it
Mhm.
on those pages. This has just been so great today. We are so excited for all of you joining us today. We're going to go ahead and sign off. It's actually 1:00. We hope you guys have a remainder of the day, a beautiful Tuesday. We'll see you guys again on the next time of Tea Time Tuesday. Have a wonderful afternoon, and we're going to leave you with a few slides as we sign off today. Remember, I am Renewal, and take care of each other. Have a great day.